G'day guys, welcome to this live stream flying a Bf109F-2. I'm on Tactical Air War. Very late at night. This is probably going to be a pretty brief stream. Certainly it's going to just be the one flight. The potentiality is to do an entire tank of fuel if I last that long. So that's kind of the parameters for you there. Could get shot down in the first 5 minutes, or I could fly for an entire tank of fuel. Somewhere in between those two outcomes. Alright, where am I? I'm here. I want to go 45. There's the airfield where I took off. Much harder to read the temperature gauge on the F models. Not a big deal though, everything's automatic. 2,800 meters we're at, that's our altitude for the moment. On Tactical Air War, I now have 0 out of 100 points, experience points. Watch the engine temperature. I have a Bf109F-2, I have an MC202, Ju-87, HE111, Bf110, and possibly Ju-52. And that's it. The goal in this flight actually should be to return to base. That is the way that I can accumulate points. Major thing is not to crash out behind enemy lines and not to get killed. Alright, so I'm going 45 degrees now. Going to increase my altitude soon. So again, took off from here. I'm going 45. Why am I going 45? I don't know. There's some tanks there. Enemy airfield there. There's a giant lake there. Might also go 235 soon. So there could be some tanks down here somewhere. Almost 80 players on the server. Almost 80 players. Not too bad. There's a funny looking town. Looks like that. Alright, at this point I'm going to go 235. Can I see the big lake up ahead? Possibly I'm looking at it. It's probably that. That's probably the big lake right there. Who knows though, right? It all looks the same in the snow. Let's go 235. Did I turn my lights off? I think so. Did I put my gear up? Yes. One 118. Enemies at 2000. Might as well see where that is. 1118. Nowhere near me. It's down here. 1118. Ah, well, that's where I'm headed. Wonderful. They're at 2,000, someone's estimating. Well, I'm at 3,500. Airfield. That's my airfield, I think. No, it couldn't be. Who knows? I don't want to go 235, I want to go 135. Now, I'll compensate a bit, I'll go around 120. Took off with full fuel. At this altitude, more or less, I have a bit of advantage performance-wise against enemy fighters. So going about 130, and that was from around here. So now I'm going like this, and apparently there's some enemies here. So I'm looking out for that town, this big town here on the river, this town. So there's a cluster of towns there. Basically a bunch of towns. There's one there. I'm pretty much too tired to be bothered navigating, but I'm going to give it a shot anyway, in a blasé kind of a fashion. There's another one of them there towns. And apparently down here somewhere, there's two enemies at 2,000 metres. Looking for flak or for tracer or triple eight. What side of the lines are they on? If they're here, they're on their side of the lines. Look at the line. The line is incredibly non-uniform. It's not just like a straight line down the map. I should endeavour to stay near this town here, and if I get in trouble, to go northwest. Probably mostly west, but also northwest. So I can crash land if necessary, within my lines. My home airfield's getting attacked. Okay. So from around... Hang on. No, it's a different one. That's the one I took off from. I'm inclined to turn around, so I'm going to be going around 290. Slowly going to turn around. Kind of a, whose contrail is that? Hey, someone's got a contrail up there. What the heck? There's the ground. Lots of activity down there, quite possibly. Usually is. And then there's this mysterious contrail up here. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Something's going on. It's probably me getting shot at. But let's just hang loose a bit here. Okay, we got 2 aircraft up there. And there's a lot of activity up high. I was going to go 280, wasn't I? Well, that's this direction. We plane sector 1414. It looks to me like those planes leaving the giant contrails are actually just 2 planes patrolling, 2 separate planes patrolling, as opposed to 2 planes combating. Usually when they're combating, it gets chaotic. And those guys, they don't give a damn that they're leaving a contrail. I'm going to head 220 and get back a little bit towards my lines. No, actually not 220. At 220. Now I've got a contrail. Let's hope that's what that is, as opposed to overheating. Not really a good thing to leave a contrail unless you're looking to showcase your position. What's my altitude? Just hit 6,000 meters. No one can catch me up here. So yes, I've got a contrail, but don't give a damn. This is up here is where this plane has really good performance in comparison to its opponents. Alright dudes, now I have a modicum of safety. I'm going to open the chat and say hi. Oh wow, a super chat. Oh cheers, Lily Trilly, appreciate that. Yeah, much appreciated, thank you. That's a good surprise. See, you've taken out my second favourite aircraft out for a spin, you betcha. 18:38 there. It's about 4 AM I think, local time. Zane, yo. Zombazabo. That's not immediately intelligible. Batman, hey guys, g'day Matt, welcome. Yeah, I'm so tired. I doubt that I'll achieve anything decent in this flight, but I'm going to give it a shot. Peter, how much do you get for subscription? Oh, I don't know. Something in the order of $4 or something, give or take. Yeah, you want to give me money? That's most welcome. I think it's, mind you, in local currency. I think in Australian dollars it's $5.80 or something. But then I think YouTube gets a cut, etc., and I get some. When you get your card, cool. Do a 202 flight too. Yeah, I've got a 202 available, so that's one I can use. Alright guys, I'm now going to turn around and go in for some fighting. Peter, you will be my first online payment. Cheers, man. Much appreciated. That contrail. Alright, so I was going 220, now I'm going to go the reciprocal, which is about 45. Time for a sip of tea, I think. Bit 5 versus 202 at Malta. Yeah, I imagine Malta would be one of those areas where you get Italian, German and British forces more or less all at once. But given the location, that's fairly close to Italy. Well, it's in the Mediterranean, isn't it? Alright, I recognise that from somewhere. What else have we got? Basically not quite as good as the Spit Mark 5. There is a defensive point. Is it going to shoot at me or not? If it's shooting at me, it tells me that I'm over enemy territory. Pretty risky way to find out though. And is that my contrail or is that someone else's? It's mine, I think. I know of a few defensive points of my own. This one's near a town, a funny shaped town like that on a river, where the river kind of, it's not much to go on, but the river kind of splits there next to the defensive position. It's not shooting at me, at least not yet, so maybe it's one of mine. Let's see. So there's three of them. Hey, it looks like this one. There's the split in the river, there's the defensive position, there's the funny shaped town. Great, so I know where I am. I'm right here. What now? I'll find my runway again and I'll go again. So that's going to be from here north, and what is that, 330? Should be a cinch. There it is there. Alright, so that's a pretty basic task, but yeah, finding out where you are when you're lost, as I was then, pretty essential. So that's my home airbase there. Enemy plane near airfield 1113, and there's an aircraft up there as well. Probably one of mine, maybe I should check it out. Keeping in mind, trying not to get lost. Going basically west from my airfield. That's probably going to be one of mine. It's probably a Messerschmitt, but we'll see. I won't really be able to catch him from here necessarily. This plane is a fabulous climber, is one of the good things. It kind of climbs effortlessly. I'm basically in continuous mode here, and you can just do what you want really. You don't have to set the radiator or anything like that. You just point the nose up a bit and away you go. So going 45 degrees roughly from my airfield. Trying not to lose this guy here. He's turning and he's descending. What's he up to? I'll lose him soon when his contrail disappears. There we go, he's lost his contrail, but I can still see him. Let's increase power perhaps. He's descending alright, what's he up to? Let's see if we can keep pace with him at least, not lose him. Does he know what he's doing? He's turning now, he's coming back at me. What's that? There's some shooting down there. There's some shooting directly below me. Where's my friend, or whoever he is? He's seen something that I haven't seen. And now I've lost him. But I've seen there's some shooting directly beneath me. I'm going to zoom up a bit and just kind of get some distance between me and what's going on. There. What do we got there? What is that? It's a 109. Alright, so it looks like I've got a defensive point down here, and that was a 109 that was producing the contrail. It dived. There was a bit of a fight going on below at the defensive. I guess the defensive point was getting attacked. And there's more contrail activity up there. Well, I think it's probably time to climb again. Damn, look at all those contrails. There's 2 or 3 aircraft up there right now. I assume they're all 109s. Unless MiG-3s are high altitude aircraft, but I don't think the Yaks and that, certainly not the I-16, they don't really like it up high. LA-5 is more of a low altitude aircraft. Those are the ends of those contrails, and where's the beginnings? They've faded out up here somewhere. It's all very ephemeral. It appears and it disappears. There's a T-shaped town there on a river with another smaller T-shaped town next to it. That's something to go by. Heading roughly south. Where was I last? It was here, wasn't it? I could have gone anywhere since then. T-shaped town with a smaller T-shaped town. There's one there. That's not it though, I don't think. Oh yes it is, T-shape, T-shape. Alright, that's right next to my airfield. And if that's the case, where is that town? Gotta find it again. Alright, so it's directly just there. And where's the airfield in relation to it? Right there. Good. Just navigating is quite a challenge. There's another contrail. So I guess what I can do is find out where my strong points are and move between them, looking for tracer on the ground. Alright, so if I'm overhead my airfield, if I go, let's say, north from here for a few minutes and then go south, then it's harder to get lost. And check the map. Where are the strong points? There's basically three. There's 1, 2, 3. I could fly a triangle pattern, something like that. I'm going north at the moment, so I'm going to hit this one, and I'll have that one on my left. How about that? What am I going to see? There's a couple of, hard to see those though, lakes. There's a terminating river there. There's a town there. It's not too much, is there? Plus you got the nose of the aircraft in the way. Enemy planes 1016.4. 1016.4. I could go east from here and find them. I'll do that. They could be up high, but I very much doubt it. I'd say they'd be lower. I see a river. What else do I see? Roads. That's about it for the time being. There's a town. So from here, there's a town. 1016.4. River, town. Really not too much to go by. That looks like the town that's at whatever that grid square was that I was looking for. I'm going to assume that that's what it is. Actually, no, it's not it. It's not it. It's further on. I'm only halfway there. Got to kind of make snap decisions with the navigation. Go 100 degrees. I'm already going 100 degrees. Good. Lost a lot of altitude. There's that there. What the heck is that? That's a mystery. Alright, there's my destination town right there, funnily enough. That's 1014.4 or whatever it was. 1016.4 is there, the town's there, and I'm here. Good, good. Now, where's the enemy aircraft? Are they above? I doubt it. They can probably see me from up here though. And the town's got some smoke. 1116. Artillery was attacked in 1116. Where's 1116? That's just to the south. So from here I want to go pretty much 180. Visit that town there. bunch of towns it should be easy to spot. So from here, it's probably, yeah, it's these ones here. So there's some artillery there that just got attacked. There may be a slight delay in the attack notification. Tank convoy was attacked in 11:16. Okay, taking it nice and slow, taking in the picture, seeing what's there. Where exactly is the tank column? Alright, interestingly I saw some flak there, but it was only one burst of flak. See an aircraft. There. It's at my level. Where is it now? Where is it now? There it is. It's still there. Still there. See what I see? That's probably a 109. It's probably come to investigate the same message that I saw. But let's just mosey on over and see. It's moving like a 109. So far I've only come across 109s, I haven't even seen an enemy. Yep, that's a 109. And a bunch of aircraft up there, probably also 109s. If I can still see him, I'll kind of follow him. I lost him already. Quite a majestic sight. Are these attacking or enemy planes sector 1016.4? That's those guys, so there must be an enemy up there. Welly. Could they be Axis or Soviet planes? What's going on? They are pretty sure they're above 1016.4. Got to try and keep my bearings. Is that it? No, that's not it. Damn, where is it? These guys, what are they up to? What is going on up there? That looks like a heavy. $10.16 for you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft up there. They seem to be flying together, but this third one, I don't know. And they're all curving around to check out that third one. But they're probably all Axis aircraft, I would say. Guy's way out here. It's all happening. Be sure that's the tanks that I was just at, so I finally found that again. At some point the aircraft above me are going to recognise that I'm here. If they're not Axis, they're going to dive on me, so I have to watch out for that. That. That guy seems to have some black soot coming out the back. Is it just that he's got his mixture going on, or is he damaged or something? Hard to tell. He looks different though, doesn't he? What are these guys up to? There's one over there that's just maybe he's up there. I don't know. Check that out. Almost like there's a lead aircraft and they're all following him. More than that, can't really say. Usually when you see that lighter colour, it indicates an Allied aircraft. Could that be a Yak that's given the rest of them a wild goose chase across the sky? He's diving, look at him. That's a 109 for sure, look at it. Alright, so that's a 109. What else have we got? And what's he up to? That town with the tanks. Tank convoy was attacked 11:16. Which is right there. Where's the other guys? They're way back there. Well, this tank convoy got attacked, so trouble is I can't see any evidence of it. Might be too far away. But so far I've seen a couple of Axis aircraft, but no enemy aircraft. It's probably mostly because I'm flying so high. Specifically, the tank convoy should be around the Y shape in this river, maybe on this road. Can't see it so far. Nothing. There's a crashed out aircraft. No, oh, there's the tanks. There's an aircraft. There's the tanks and there's an aircraft. Let's go in on that aircraft. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't G-lock it. There's one below me too. It's probably a 109. It is, it's a 109. Almost hit my V&E there as well. And there was one back there that I flew over. So I've discovered exactly where my tanks are, and man, you don't really see any aircraft down there unless you're right there, and there's one up there, of course. It's probably the 109. Or is it an I-16? What is that? Yeah, it's a 109. He is probably more awake than I am. So perhaps I'll just try and lock onto him and follow him and see if he can find some combat. I have a theory that the monitor that I'm using, which is the native res, is 1440. I have a feeling it's not as effective at spotting as lesser resolution monitors like 1080 and so on, and that most people are playing with 1080, so others might have an advantage in spotting that I don't have. Just a theory, mind you. So hopefully he knows that I'm here and he knows that I'm not misidentifying him and I'm just following him. And hopefully he's keeping a good lookout for enemies. Probably in the tank column below. I think he's got his engine power at 85. I'm trying to remember the power settings. I think you can do 85 for 20 minutes or something. Of course you burn your fuel a lot more like that. What's my speed? 300? Yeah, it's not too bad. I might pick up the speed a bit. Combat mode, 80%. We'll try that for a while. got his lights on. That's not a good sign. I think he's misinterpreting me. I think he thinks that I think that he's an enemy and I'm a noob and I'm trailing him. Yeah. Anyways, what we got down here. Tanks are in that field, that icy field down there near the river. I can see a couple of them there, but no aircraft. Where's my buddy? Wish he'd put his lights on now. What's my altitude? 4,600, that's plenty. These tanks, we were getting status messages that these tanks were under attack, and now I haven't really been paying attention, but now I haven't really noticed any kind of messages at all. No contrails left in the sky. That would indicate that I'm the only one here. Oh, well, not really. They could be below contrail level. So that's the tanks down there, believe it or not. Might just reduce my power now. Alright guys, so I took off from here. I'm at the tanks right now. I might start heading somewhere else. If I wanted to get back, what would it be? Pretty much be 280. I could go 270 and then just keep looking to my right. And here's this one here. There's some flak I'm getting shot at. Damn. Unless it's an enemy that's near me. Let's go 270. And there's the tanks down. When you're at 4,000 meters, everything below is so close together, including enemy airfields with their flak. There is an aircraft, I think it's flak. What's it shooting at? Probably me. Is it shooting at it? Is there any fresh flak? Maybe that one there. What's it shooting at? Anyway, so we sort of want to go west. I think I can see my airfield from here, so no dramas there. Just going to put it into auto level. What am I at? 5,500. PH Glory, I just bombed the tank column and killed one MiG-3 diving on me. Really? In tactical air war? Oh wow. Conan Calvi, hello Froggy, do you have IL-2 Cliffs of Dover? Yeah, I sure do. 486 PC. Yeah, that was a good PC back in the day, the 486 and then the 586. Greg, looking to get new desktop Alienware, any recommendations? You can have a look at my, I've got a link to a store, and it's got pretty much every single thing that I use myself. So if you want the system that I have, or a little bit better, or the same one, you can pretty much get it through the store. Check out my website, the link will be on there somewhere, and often not on this stream because it's not in by default, but on most of my videos it's got a link to all of my equipment. You can get an Alienware ranging in price, not including the monitor and that, from about $1,500 US all the way up to whatever you want to spend. I think when I got this system, initially it cost me about $3,000. But I used a $50 big screen TV off the equivalent of Craigslist off Gumtree as my monitor for about a year, and that was successful. Now I've got a really good monitor. It's 1440p Asus, and it's really awesome. Amiga. Micro Pros. I remember was it Red Baron? That was a pretty awesome game. Instead of doing homework, I did Red Baron. T72, loving the career mode of the sim. Oh shit, a super chat from Mattman. Cheers Mattman, much appreciated. I'm buying you a beer. Cheers man, that is really much appreciated, thank you. And I think I've just pretty much caught up on the chat here through about 100 comments. At the time that the 486 and then the 586 were like the latest and greatest, alls I could get my hands on was a 286. Man, it sucked. It sucked big time. The 286, it was terrible. And that youthful setback was something that inspired me to go full retard and go hardcore these days with my systems. Basically, my system specs are reflecting a philosophy of go hard or go home. So that's why I've got a pretty decent PC now. That's part of why I've got a pretty decent PC. I just can't stand having a low frame rate, and I think I'm almost out of fuel. So that's kind of evidence that you can fly for an entire fuel tank without even seeing an enemy if you stay high. The Luftwaffe aircraft go well at altitude, and the Soviet aircraft go well on the deck. And if you're at altitude, it's very hard to see anything on the deck because you're literally looking at a speck. Even even from 4,000 meters, I don't think you can even see tracer that's firing on the deck. The only thing I've noticed when I'm up high is flak bursts, sometimes, but not often. So if I go lower, then I'll be able to probably see more action, but then I'm getting closer into the territory where I don't have any advantage performance-wise. There's an X-shaped runway. Where could that be? And a town. Land in about 10 minutes. My airfield's changed status, it's changed colour. So that's where I took off from. X-shaped runway, that's probably it there. Unless it's... Shit. Oh well, that's a pretty spectacular way to end things. What happened there is the game decided to turn the plane off of auto cruise while I was looking at the map, and I only became aware of it when I heard the increase in the air rush. Probably it's my fault, probably I pressed a button or tilted the joystick or something, but I didn't think that I did. Yeah, so there you go. Not quite as good. If you guys want to see some pretty decent combat on one of these live streams, have a look at my previous video that I did today. It's a live stream on Combat Box. It goes for one flight only. It's in an FW109F-2, and I've time-stamped the 3 combats in the entire flight, whatever it was, 1.5 hours or something. And I shot down 2 Mustangs with the FW109F-2, and then towards the end of it, I took on a Tempest and a Mustang that were attacking a 109. And I tangoed with the Tempest and it got the better of me. But have a look at those timestamps on the previous live stream. There's some pretty interesting combat there. Oh, I will do, yeah. Cheers. Thanks again, Lily, Trilly, and Matt, man. I really appreciate you guys. And thanks everyone else as well that's watched today / tonight. And everyone that's participated in the chat. It's been awesome. I'll be back at some point soonish, probably in about 15 hours or something, for another live stream. Hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. Cool, Froggy, thanks, man. No, thank you, Matt. Cheers. Do appreciate it. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Check out my website, it's froggyfrog9000.com, and hopefully catch you for the next one. Bye for now.